Okay, hello everybody, this is Big Bang Crypto. My name is Sam and welcome to another episode. Now before we get into it, I want to say thank you very much, my friend and partner Zach, for this intro. It's amazing, unbelievable what you're doing for this community. Thank you so much. And if you like it, please leave a like. Please leave a like for that intro. It's great. And I hope you like this content as well, but the intro is really cool. So yeah, what's going on? Well, the bearish sentiment is crazy high, but I mean, we knew that. People are talking about 8,000, 7,000, 5,000, 6,000. Huge head and shoulders formation and things like that, or this descending triangle. A lot of people are talking about a descending triangle, and that when Bitcoin drops below this support line, then we have a massive correction. Well, that's okay. In fact, this is kind of a proof for me that this won't happen, because like I told you so many times, when the majority thinks something is 100% it will happen, then well, it doesn't happen. And now I want to show you in this video why I think this won't happen. And I already started in the last video by talking about this falling wedge formation, so this yellow line and this yellow line. I know it's a little bit difficult to see because I have so many lines, but I think you know what I'm talking about. This is a falling wedge formation. We have this falling wedge formation every time, and every time Bitcoin is able to break out upwards and move to the next wave. So I think you all know what I'm talking about. I hope you watched my previous videos. It's very important to understand the four wave theory, because otherwise you don't really understand what I'm talking about. But when you watch these videos, you know that what you're seeing right here is something that I showed you many times, starting in 2012 with the first bull market. So I'm not going to show you all these things again. If you want to know what I'm talking about, just watch my previous videos. Now, today I want to show you a lot of things. But first of all, I hope you remember this information. When I started, I told you that my calculation with lots of data shows me that when we have 84% gains, 36% correction is very likely. Okay, and this is the lowest point. This was our third test of the channel line that I always talked about, and this was the third test. And I told you after this third test, we will start to move upwards again to the other side, to this main trend line, and then we will break it, and at some point we will fall all the way down. We knew all this. We knew this. So I would say it's not surprising what we're seeing in the last days. And now when we take a look from the highest point to our lowest point, so we have something around 35% correction, right? And this is very similar to what I told you, okay? And after this, the next lows were always higher. So since that point, we only have higher lows. So a proof for me that this was our low, and it makes a lot of sense, because I think a lot of people forgot that after a wave, we have a correction. A lot of people at that time were talking about 30% correction, 40% correction, 50% correction. I told you 36% correction is very likely. At the end, we have 35% correction. So this is one proof for me that that's the lowest low of this wave. Now, another thing that I want to show you, and that is very important, it is a recurring similarity over the last 10 years, and it is this blue line. All right, now why is this blue line important? And let me tell you right now, for me, after all I've seen, this is the most important support line. Okay, and why is it important? Well, when you look where this support line starts, it starts after Bitcoin fell into this valley after the fourth wave of the last bull market, when we came all the way up to $20,000. All right, we had this bear market. At the end, we have this valley, and now look, at the end of this valley, this support line started. All right, so it is a very, very important support line. And now look what a big role it is playing at the moment. So Bitcoin came down, came all the way down, and look where it found support. Exactly on this blue line, one time, two times. All right, as you can see. So it is very, let me take away this. So it is very, very important. And for me, I'm absolutely sure that Bitcoin will find support on this blue line, and this will lead Bitcoin to the next wave. All right, this is very important for Bitcoin, and this is a support line where I can tell you that over the past 10 years, Bitcoin never fell below it. And when I see what Bitcoin is doing at the moment, it's doing exactly the same again. So this is my biggest reason why Bitcoin won't fall below 9K. And all these other lines also play a major role. So if Bitcoin falls below this blue line, then we have this yellow line. So when you take a look at this, our last lows were on this yellow line, and now again it is very close to these two lows, to the new lows, and at the moment it is around $9,300. The next one, this blue line, which started way back when we had our fourth wave of the last bull market. So this one is also there. So if we come down, then we have the next stop at 9,090, and we have this purple line at $9,000. And this purple line, oh, sorry. And as you can see, this purple line is also playing a big role on the way up. So it was our support level when Bitcoin jumped over the edge of this valley. As you can see, it plays a big support, and now it is also there. So if Bitcoin really falls below my blue line, then we have this around, let's have another look to give you perfect on my best numbers. So it is around, yeah, 9,038. So like I said, falling below 9K is very unlikely, and falling below this blue line is really, really unlikely for me. Yeah, so this is very important. And now what do I think will happen in the next days? So this is something that I already posted in the Discord channel, and told you that I think this is a possible movement in the next days. And as you can see, I posted it when Bitcoin was at that point, and yeah, it is really following my path, my price movement, possible price movement. So yeah, it is really working. I always try to update it, but just to tell you what I think is the most likely scenario for the next days. So maybe tomorrow or the day after, we will have a big green candle. I think this is very likely. Maybe in the next hours, this one, our actual or the current candle, will come down to test this blue line again. So this will be around $9,430, and then it will find support again, and then it will start to move upwards really strong. So this is something that I expect. Now, it is possible that it goes all the way up to $9,900, because this blue line is also a very important level, and started back in 2018, so around the fourth wave of the last bull market. And something that is also very likely is that it comes all the way up to this white line, because this white line is also very important, and this will be around $10,100. All right, so these two levels make a lot of sense to me when we move upwards, because this will come a retest of this resistance level. And after that, Bitcoin will come down. When it goes all the way up to this white line, it is possible that it finds support on this blue line, so at $9,900, so going up all the way to 10,100, coming down to 9,900, and the day after, going all the way down to test this blue line again, and then this will be the start of moving upwards and having this real nice movement, and where Bitcoin moves above this resistance level of this falling wedge formation that I talked about, so this yellow line, and it will move above it, and it will find resistance, I think, on this white line, or at this one, $11,200, and then come all the way down and find support on this yellow line, and then start to move to the next wave. So this is something that is very likely, but well, this will happen in the next week, at the end of next week. So we have a little bit of time, but short term, this is something that I think is very likely. So this movement upwards to test 10K again, and come back down, find again support, and then start to move upwards. So this is something that I think is very, very likely. Now, when it comes to the altcoins, because a lot of you are asking when to buy the altcoins. So something that is very difficult is to tell you exactly when the altcoins will start to pump. And my theory is that because a lot of people at the moment are thinking that Bitcoin will go down to 7K, 6K, 5K, it's still a bear market and all these things, they're scared, they won't invest too much into the altcoins, although the prices are really, really nice, so really nice entry points. So some of them can't wait and want to catch some of the alts. But if you want to know what happened in the last bull market, well, then I can tell you that something that is very important is to move, when Bitcoin starts to move above the daily exponential ribbon. So when we take it out, as you can see, it is very close to these levels. And at some point, Bitcoin will come close to the daily exponential ribbon, and I think this will be very close to this time when it is able to break above it. So as you can see, when tomorrow Bitcoin starts to move all the way up, there you can see is the first ribbon of this daily exponential ribbon, and this will be a big resistance level. So this is another proof for me that it will come down again, find support, and then the next time it moves all the way up, this will be the time where Bitcoin moves above this daily exponential ribbon and then finds support on this daily exponential ribbon. This is my scenario. This makes a lot of sense to me. All right, and I don't know if you watch other YouTube videos, but some of them are talking about a bullish divergence. So when we take this away, oh no, it's gone. So when we take out the RSI, so this one, yeah. So what you can see when we go on the 4-hourly chart, so what you can see is Bitcoin is making lower lows. All right, so as you can see, so this one and this one, it is making lower lows, but on the RSI, it is making higher lows. All right, and this is a bullish divergence. So you can say this could have an effect on the price. So this is a sign for a trend reversal. So at the moment we have this bearish trend, but this is a sign, because it's a bullish divergence, so that a trend reversal from bearish to bullish is very likely. So also a reason why Bitcoin will move upwards, and a proof for my theory. But yeah, when it comes to the alts, just to tell you, at the moment I see more gains when it comes to Bitcoin, because I expect this move. But when Bitcoin falls down again and starts to move up, this is the time when I think the alts will also start to move up. So I'm going to wait for this next drop, so moving upwards, and then the next drop, and this will be my point to buy the altcoins. Okay, and like I said, there are some altcoins that showed us really, really nice reactions, because I said altcoin pump is very likely, and I said that a little first wave will come, and this is my point where I say, okay, now the altcoins have a chance to move really nice and make really nice gains, because now this is my major reason, because at this point, when Bitcoin moves up again and moves above the daily exponential ribbon and doesn't come back down, this will be the time when the people start to say, okay, this is a bull market, guys. And we will have a next wave, and this one will be even higher than this one. So they will invest into the alts. This is my point to say, all right, now there is a really, really high chance for the altcoins to pump. So this will be around this point. I'm going to wait for this last drop of Bitcoin, this last test of this blue line, and then I will buy the altcoins and Bitcoin as well. Now, something else that you can do is only buy Bitcoin, because when you take a look at this, so when this really happens and it goes all the way up, then you make something around 13%, and Bitcoin will outperform the altcoins. And then at some point, when the people understand, all right, Bitcoin is now in a bull market, then they start to buy the altcoins, and then some altcoins will make really, really nice gains. And if you want to know which ones, just take a look at those coins that showed us real nice reactions. So like OneChain, Basic Attention Token, Engine Coin, Icon, IOTA, I forgot the name. Matic, genau, exactly. What NEM one was of my favorite coins, but I don't like the performance, so I'm not going to buy a lot of NEM. I will be more in these other coins, and like I said, just take a look at those which made really nice gains in the last days. So, well, Nano didn't make much, but it has a chance. And when we take a look at Ethereum, for example, what you can see is Ethereum fell below a very important support line, as you can see. Yeah, it fell below it, so at some point it will come back to test this one again, and maybe it falls even lower. Like I said, I think there is another drop left for the altcoins when Bitcoin falls down, and it is very, very difficult to tell you when the best point will come, when the altcoins really start to move upwards. It's very, very difficult, but I think we are very close to that point, because like I said, when the people understand this is a bull market, they will buy the altcoins as well, because then they say, all right, there are some altcoins, they have a real good chance to pump, like OneChain. So what OneChain did is really, really crazy. I think around 100%, and now it showed us a nice correction and is now moving up again. All right, so as you can see, I mean, from 20 cents to 60 cents, so 3x, and then all the way down to 30 cents, and now back again. So I think OneChain is one of those coins that you should keep in mind. Yeah. Well, I hope I answered your questions, And you really should join our Discord channel. It's very important because there you will be updated every time, and I can't always make a video. Yeah, so that's it. I hope it is helpful. Please leave a like, subscribe, and write in the comments what you think about this video, and please join our Discord channel. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a nice